Hey guys, I'm Smith from Backbench Coder. So yes, this is the final video where I'll be deploying our React app, our own portfolio, so that you can share it with your client, with your friends, put it into LinkedIn and whatever you want. Anyway, before going to a deployment part, I will do a quick refactor of the project, and I have also pointed out some of the changes that I need to make in this project. So let's go one by one. Okay, the first one is separate data files to a separate file. So what I mean by data files is the array of objects. So remember guys, we have created the array of objects here so that we can map it over. And what I will do, I will just separate it out, these languages and tools, so that this file only holds the component. And what I will do, I will go to this data folder and create another file which is, let's say, resume data. Just make it consistent, resume data.js, and then I will paste it here and then just export these arrays, export tools and languages. Cool. Okay, and then in resume I will just import it. That's all. Look at this, how clean this is now. Languages. I mean, if you don't do this, it will not be a problem, but if you do this, it will be more clean, I mean more readable. So dot/data/resume data. Cool. And then if you go to the about component, here is also an okay. So separate this array of objects and then create another file which is, let's say, I mean what, projects data, and let's say this is about data. Cool. And just paste it here and then just export it out. Export, you can also default export here so that there is only one array, right? So export default skills. Cool. Okay, so if I go to about and just import the skills from dot/data/what about data, yeah, and these skills will be used here, the skills.map, and I mean rest are same. So if I now see the projects, there should be no error. Oh, there are errors, so I need to import the images. Okay, so just cut the resume.js. I mean this imports actually in about.js the icons. Okay, I need to just cut these icons from here and just put that in that about data folder. And remember guys, I also need to change the path. So what I need, so I need to go 2 times backward, so dot// also, and again dot// here I will just use multi cursor. You can use alt and click so that you can use multi cursor and /. Okay, it will now be same. Let's see anything in resume.js. Okay, this Python and React. Okay, cool. So just cut it from here and then go to resume data, and just paste it here. Oops. Okay, and then same here, just change the path, dot/. Cool. Let's see. Okay, look at this, this is still the same. Nice. So number 1 done. Let's see what is in the second. Highlight the skill from a paragraph. Okay, so now look at this guys, this about section here. Let's say in the front-end development, I can build a beautiful and scalable SPA using HTML, CSS, React.js. It is already highlighted, but you want to make it, just to want to stress the HTML and CSS and React.js. What you can do, you can put this in bold or in strong, exactly what I'm gonna do now. So okay, so what I will do, let's say I want to put this, okay, just copy this out, I will explain now. I'll go to resume data, not resume data, it's about data. Okay, there are a lot of files. First of all, projects, about, I don't need this. Okay, now go to skills and then let's say I want to just highlight this Django REST API. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just put it inside a strong key. I mean not strong key, actually it's put it inside strong, and this key is because React will give you an warning else. I mean, just put whatever element you want to be shown as bold inside strong. Okay, so but it will not work. I mean, because this is now a string. So what I can do, I need to wrap this inside a third bracket, which is this one, and then at the end, okay, this one. Okay, and then now just give the code here, just put a comma, and then just remove this code from here. Okay, and now React will give you an error, like, let's see. Okay, so React must be in scope when using JSX. So for that, just import React so that React can recognize that this is an JSX. So import React from React. Okay, so now that warning will be gone. I mean, that error will be gone. But look at this. This Django REST API is now in strong format. Okay, so like this, just put this HTML, CSS, React.js inside strong. I mean, this will just improve the user interface. Okay, so let's see what is in third. Okay, for the third one, if you go to the CMD, I mean, let's see. Okay, so it says using target underscore blank without no opener, no referrer is a security risk. So basically React protects you from a security risk called reverse tab napping. Just search it in Google, you will get to know more about that. Anyway, let's do what React says. It says to add this no opener, no referrer. So and where is the problem? In a project card. Cool. So if I go to project card, okay, in this anchor tag, just put this no opener, no referrer, and here also. It will only be applicable when your target is equal to blank. I mean, when this page is opening in a new tab. Cool. Okay, so now this warning should be gone. Cool. Okay, if I go to the fourth point, what I have, okay, improve the font size. And yes guys, I have always told that I should improve the font size. Anyway, first of all, I will change the font of my whole project to sans serif. So if I go to index.js, because what happens, I mean, Bootstrap has its own font, right? So it basically override this. So index.css. Cool. If I go to body and just change font family to sans serif, what we have? Okay, so then this about intro. Cool. What I mean by about intro is this one, this about intro, this right here. This font looks big and it is not aligned. I want it to be aligned with this about. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just copy this out. Font size 1 rem and padding 20 pixel, 28 pixel. Okay, what I'll go to index.css. I'll go to the about section, and where is the about section? Okay, this about intro, and I'll just put it here, just paste it. Okay, so font size 1 rem and padding 20 pixel and top and bottom and 28 pixel left and right. So now this is aligned with the about and the font, it looks good. Okay, so what is next? Next is just change the resume language heading. Cool. What is resume language heading, guys? If I go to resume, I'll look at these headings, this education, experience, these tools and softwares, languages and frameworks. These are the headings. It looks, I mean, it looks same as this resume font size. So I just need to decrease this. So what I will do, I will just copy this out in 1.6 rem, resume language headings. Okay, resume language heading here, and font size is 1.8 to 1.6 rem. Cool. Okay, next what we have, resume card details to 0.9 rem. So if I go to index.css, resume card details, okay, yeah, it's 0.9 rem, it's fine. Cool. Now if I see, yeah, it looks nice. Education is small, experience small rather than resume. Cool. So you have done the fourth point, and let's go to next. Okay, so I need to use media query here. Cool. So if you see the responsiveness is fine. There's no question about responsiveness. And then if I just, okay, just, I mean, look at this responsiveness. This is fine, but there is no margin at right and left, right? I need to fix that. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, anyways, looks cool, but if you want to give it a margin left and right, I will show that how you can do that. And then if I show you this, I mean, go for the mobile section. Look at this resume, about and projects. It looks ugly. So what I need to do, I just need to change the font when this is in mobile size, right? So yes, I'll do that. So what I will do, I will just use media query. Let me copy this out. I will explain this. I just don't need to waste time at the last part. I mean, it is about deployment part, right? So index.css, what I will do, I will just go to the last, okay, so that it can access all the class. Cool. I mean, CSS reads from top to bottom, if you know. Anyway, so what I'm doing, I'm using a media query. So the width from 0 to 600 pixel, I mean 600 pixel basically considered as the small screen. So what I want this app main content to get a margin of right and left, so that it gets this little margin here. Okay, cool. And then if I go to navbar active is this my currently active navbar element resume. It is now, this is now a smaller size, right? And then this about this project, this is most probably navbar item. Yeah, navbar item, right? So I look at this, guys. This is an advantages of BEM naming convention. Like you can see navbar item, this is the item of navbar. This is navbar active, this is the item of active, I mean navbar. And if you see this app main content, this is a item of app. Cool. What is the 5th point? Okay, projects navbar, that is cool. So here is a point you have, if you have noticed, if I am in project section, let's say I'm clicking on React, this is a React project, cool. If I'm clicking on MongoDB, this is MongoDB, that's cool. But there is no highlighted at this nav item that which one is selected, right? So I want to fix that. Okay, fine, just go to projects navbar. Yeah, projects, cool. Okay, that is fine. Okay, at the top I will just create a state which will hold our active element, I mean which one is active. I mean, first render it should be all, I mean that is the basic concept. Okay, so and now what I want here, when I am clicking, okay, so when I am clicking, just a second, that is cool. Okay, so for every, I mean nav element, I want to add some dynamic CSS class name. So what I will do, let's say I just, let me paste this, I will explain this. Okay, cool. So what I am doing, I'm saying if active is equal to all, then I will add a class name which is project navbar active. And for React, what I will do, I'll check if active is equal to React, I will add this class name. By the way, guys, you have come across this technique when I was designing the main navbar, so it's pretty much, I mean, easy now. So just when this is MongoDB, just select project navbar active, just add that class name. When this is node.js, just replace all. Okay, then add project navbar active, and for vanilla, just copy this vanilla. Okay, cool. Now see, if I click on MongoDB, nothing happens. If I click on node, nothing happens. If you remember, guys, I have not changed the state, so why it will re-render, guys? That's a basic now. So what I need to do here, I need to change the active state. Yeah, so what I can do, I can create another separate function here, I mean that will change the active state, but I can also use this handle filter category function. So what I will do now, I will go to this handle filter category, and then I will set the active item. For that I will just set the active as name. Now look at this. Okay, if I click on MongoDB, there is no MongoDB, there is no node. Why there is no node? Because I have not added the class. Project navbar active, I have to add this class now. Index.css file, go to project navbar, cool, dot project navbar active, and what I want it color to be green, that cute green here. Which one? This one. Cool, just copy it here and then paste it. Fine, let's see. There is still another problem, I will show you. Look at this. When I am at node, that node is highlighted, and I am at vanilla, that vanilla is highlighted. But now when I am at all, that all is not highlighted because I have not done anything when this is all. So if I go to projects.js, look at this, guys. I cannot simply do anything for all in this function handle filter category, because this is coming as name, and when I am at all, and when this is on clicking, I am triggering a function which is just changing the state. So what I can do, I can do inside this, just Okay, and then on click here, just execute another function which will just change the state. Okay, so on click, just put it inside a second bracket and just put it inside a second bracket, and then just do set active state, set active to all. Cool. So basically what I did, and this on clicking function, where in previous what it was doing just set projects to data projects. Okay, but now I'm also just change the active state to all. So let's see. Okay, this is all, this is React. If I go to all, hey, there is a problem. For React it is not doing anything. Why it is not doing anything for React? Okay, so I just need to change this React to react.js. Let's see. Now it should work. Okay, when I am at React, yeah, MongoDB, cool. If I go to all, yeah, cool. Now it looks nice. Okay, so now let's see the fifth point. I changed the project structure. Now this is important, guys. So okay, so now currently we have a good project structure, but now we need to improve it. So in the public folder we have favicon.icon and then the index.html, and if you want to make this a progressive web app, you will have this manifest.json files and all this service worker.js and all. And in this source folder we have this assets, which is pretty good, in this component, and then the other files. Cool. Now in this component folder, what I want to make this a separate folder for every component, and its separate CSS file. What I mean by that, let's say I'll show you one. If I, for this about component, I want to create another folder which is about. Cool. And I will just put this about.js in this folder. Okay, and then I want to create separate file which is about.css, because currently we have one single CSS file which is index.css file which holds all the styles, but I don't want that. I mean if you just make a giant project, you can't just put all the CSS styles in a single CSS file, right? So let's say about.css. Now it is pretty simple, guys. You just go to index.css, just cut out all the styles regarding about.css. Hopefully you have commented out. Okay, now look at this about.css. Just cut it out from here, Ctrl X. Cool, just save it, about.css, go and paste it. Nice. And then in about.js, just import the about.css file. That's all. Import ./about.css file. Cool. But now it will not work because it will give an error in importing. You remember in the app.js you are importing about from ./components. Now we have another intermediate folder which is in small about, and now in about.js, if you see, you are also importing a skill card, right? So skill card, and so relative imports also change. So what you will do, you will go to ./ and again ./ then skill card. Just change the about data ./ Okay, so it looks same, right? Okay, so like this, just change the project structure if you want. I mean, if you don't want, just maintain this project structure from your next project. And then anything left, there are some typos, and remember there was some lagging in this sidebar when I was doing framer animation, so that was because of a typo which was delay. And if I go to where, let's say about.js, there is anything, okay, this is a typo which should be delay, DELAY in project.js, and there should be a typo which is delay. Hopefully you have noticed that. And then project card, nothing here. If I go to resume, did I change here? DELAY. I'll just skip this video now. That's all the tiny changes I wanted to tell you. Now let's go to a deployment part. Okay, so for deploying it, let's just build it. So go to your comment. Oops, this is not working. Anyway, just go to your system comment, Control C. I'm just terminating this one, and then you are make sure you are in the right directory. Just look at this package.json. It means you are good to go, and just write npm run build. That's all. So it will make a optimized production build. So let it build and just go to netlify.com. So just type the URL netlify.com. Cool. If you have no account, just sign up here, and just sign up here with GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, email, whatever you have. And I will recommend you to sign up with GitHub. And by the way, I have already an account, so I'll just log in. Okay, so after signing up, you will see this kind of dashboard where it says sites, builds, plugin and all. And you can see here, want to deploy a new site without connecting to Git. And then there is an option which is new site from Git. So I will do without connecting to Git because most of you have not deployed your site in Git, right? And that's why I will just manually deploy it, drag and drop, just a matter of 1 minute. Okay, so let's see our build, and look at this, guys. It has collected all your components file and just put it inside 3 JS chunk files and 1 chunk.css. That's what React build does. Okay, so before deploying it, just go to your build folder. Okay, in this build folder you will find this build folder in your root directory, and then just create a file which should be named as redirects. Underscore is important. Redirects. Okay, and then just write one line which is /star space / index.html 200 space. Just put 2 space. Okay, cool. So what it does, if you go to a invalid URL, it will just redirect you to your index.html, and from here you can just access all the page. Just what Netlify says to make this a SP, a single page application. Okay, so that's all. Then just go to your site and just drag it and drop it. So for me, this is this build folder right here. Just okay, and then just drag it and drop here. Want to deploy a new site without connecting to Git? Yes. Okay, it's uploading. Cool. Site has not deployed yet. So this URL you can change this, not a problem. Cool. Your site is deployed. If you go to this link, look at this, guys. It's just a matter of 1 minute. If you go to resume, it's resume. If you go to projects. Okay, cool. And now you can change this URL here. You need to go to settings and then just change the app name. Here it is. Okay, change the site name. Okay, you will have netlify.app at the end. That's the domain name, guys. It's for free. And then just put whatever name you want. It must be available. And for me, this is sumit.netlify. The site name is already taken, so let's say sumit-portfolio. Is it available? Let's say sumax portfolio. This is fine. Okay, and now if you go to sumaxportfolio.netlify, that's all, guys. That's all, guys. You have done it. So what you can do to enhance this project, you can make another component which is certificates, and there you can show your certificates there. I don't believe in certificates, but if you have any, just put it here. Okay, then just change this image to your own, just formal image. Just change this padding here. Just make a good arrangement of gaps, and then here just put your original data, projects. Just put your original projects, like the project is set, guys. Project is set for you. Just put your original data and this will be amazing. Okay, guys, that's all for this video. That's all for this series. I really enjoyed it. Hope you have made this. Okay, so yeah, if anything goes wrong in this video, if anything goes wrong in the entire series, just put a comment, and definitely you will find a code in the description box. And guys, thank you to all of you for giving me so much love. This was my first YouTube series and I have made it. Okay, so see you in the next video. See you with a new project, and that's all. Bye.